Episode 6 of the 1 month old podcast with your one and only host, Elijah. Welcome back. I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad that you found the video and actually took the time to go through this intro. It really means a lot that you actually showed up. So I really hope you press the like button, because even though you view it means a lot if you can just like it so more people can actually watch it and maybe help them. You never know who needs to hear Elijah talk. What am I saying? Well, yeah, so yeah, so today I've been thinking about, addiction. I've been thinking about addiction and how some people are so sure that they've never gone through addiction because there's so much major addictions that people are struggling with, that we that we think those are the only addictions. There are so many minor little addictions that you don't even realize that you have. So I'm sure I know some of my addictions, but they do not stand out like this one addiction that really disrupted my life. It almost destroyed it because I'm still here. If it had won, then I don't think I would be here. So it almost destroyed my life. Addiction. Yeah, relapsing is a thing. Relapsing is a thing, and it is when you're inside the situation that you realize how the words of helping that you've been shouting to people struggling, how they do not help. How when someone tells you you can stop if you want to, you it is all you. Why don't you go to rehab? All of those stuff that people say and try to help you. It is when you're inside the situation that you realize it is all up to you. Just like everyday life choices. Like anything can happen. There's multiple things that can happen at a moment, but mainly there's always two choices. One move that moves you forward, and the other that backtracks you back. So relapsing is taking, and I remember vividly some of those choices that I made, which kept on pushing me back when I could have moved forward and dealt with the pain of removing this addiction from my life, because it is not easy. It is not easy. It is not. And especially it's not funny when you actually want to move from it, but you know how, but you tell yourself so much that it is hard, so much that it actually becomes hard. You'd rather be comfortable doing it instead of working hard to stop it, because trying to stop it is painful, it is draining, it requires hard work, it requires discipline. I keep on emphasizing hard work because it really is hard work, it is straining, but it is straining to perfection, it is straining to betterment, improvement. When the other choice is straining to doom, your own doom, your own perishment. There's two choices. So, and when people advise you that you should stop, you should do that, you only don't hear them because you are not ready to hear them. You are not ready to hear the words that it is all you, that if you wanted to stop, you would actually stop. Because at the time it seems stupid, like, bro, I want to stop but I'm not stopping. What do you mean? If I wanted to stop, I could stop. Then why aren't I stopping? So it kinda makes you distant from the people that actually love and care for you. You think they are trying to be know-it-alls, even though they don't know what you might be going through at the time. But trust that the words they are saying to you, in a way, they can be reflected on your own life, and you can take them and they could actually work out for you. Same goes for anything anybody says to you, positive or negative. You can actually take it, reflect it on your life, and actually use it to improve instead of reacting on the words from the person themselves. Because then you're getting drawn into their criticism, into their negativity, into your own confusion of the meaning behind their words. So, and there gets a time between the moments of addiction where you feel like you have overcome it and you are victorious. Then you stop doing the stuff that you did to try and move from it, to forget about it, because it really feels like you've overcome it, because there's no urges to do that thing, there's no triggers. So you feel like even though there are triggers, they are not affecting you the same way. So you feel like, now I'm good. But then there comes that one day, out of the whole 90 days you've been free, you've actually lived without your addiction. There comes just one day. There comes just less than 5 hours, less than 4 hours. That one day, that one moment, it all comes rushing in. All of it comes rushing in. Then, that's where you have to remember the two choices that you have. But if you are not that deep into yourself, into knowing yourself and tracking yourself, tracking your habits, understanding what triggers you, understanding and knowing that it will eventually come back, it will be hard. So you got to know yourself. You have to know yourself. You have to understand yourself, understand your thoughts. On top of that, understanding is just the surface. You have to move. If you manage to survive it for 90 days, first day till the 90th day, you are not supposed to be the same person. And what do I mean by that? It attacked you because there's obviously certain stuff that you did repeatedly that led to it identifying and actually marking itself on you. So from the first day that you decide you've conquered it till the 90th day of the edges coming back. In between, you are not supposed to be sitting at the same place. You are not supposed to be relaxing. You are supposed to be moving towards trying to be a different person. It sounds really weird because people don't actually give themselves time. People don't actually sit with themselves. I understand that the world is a busy place. There's noise everywhere. There's the only time you get to sit with yourself is at night, but there's a phone, you doom scroll, so you have to understand yourself. Again, I am preaching what I'm still trying to learn. You have to understand yourself. You have to at least give yourself time to know you. I'm still trying to learn myself as well. I'm still learning myself. Don't know when the course will end, but I'm learning myself. So yeah, you have to move. You have to be striving to be a better person. Be striving to include better daily habits in your life. The thing about addiction, you might not know what triggers it. You might not know what you are used to doing in your daily life that triggers it, or you might not realize it at the time. You might still continue doing it, which is fine, but try moving. try harder at trying to achieve your goal. Like, you are used to getting an average of 40% or 50% in math at school, but this is so out of the question, but this is so out of the picture, but it is still the same thing. I'm still talking about addiction and you not realizing what triggers it. But take something and move with it. The example that I'm making is about mathematics. You are used to getting an average of 50% every term, every year, which moves you to the next grade. But now you have this thing, addiction, and I bet it is interrupting you in your school life as well. I bet it is, even though it is not. But you take something, you take mathematics, and you say to yourself, I want to be better at this. I want an average of 60% from now on, which is a hilarious thing to do at the moment where you're fighting this thing and trying to get rid of it, and now you are giving yourself this job, this goal on top of it. But that's the whole point. Changing what you usually do on the everyday basis. Changing it. Having something to focus on. Having purpose. Having something that you promised yourself to do. Again, it is all about yourself. You might not like it. You might not like hearing that word. It is all up to you. You might say, I need a couple of therapy, I need this medication, I need that, I need this, but it is all you. So you set a goal, that goal for yourself, that from now on, I'm gonna be averaging 60% in mathematics, and I'm starting today. So you move with it, you move with the flow, you study and you keep your weight, you keep to it, and then the urge and tiredness, the urge of the addiction and the tiredness of studying, practicing math every day finally arrive, hit you at the same time, at the same day. You get tired and the urge comes back. You get tired of keeping to your way of doing it every day. You decide to take a rest day. You might have rest days, but you know when you're not supposed to rest, and you said you're gonna work that day, and you think, let me take this rest day. And exactly at that time, addiction strikes. The urge strikes. And it strikes so freaking bad that you think you have nowhere to go but back there again. You have to realize going back there, you're destroying two birds with one stone. One choice kills two. You going back there, the discipline that you've been keeping up with of studying, you are destroying it. It will be like you never even started. It will be like you never even took a decision to actually improve yourself. Then you go back to 40% average pass mark, and maybe even lower, because now you are frustrating yourself. I try each and every single day to stop this thing, but it won't leave me. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to take multiple of this medication stuff? Am I supposed to go to this therapy but I don't have money? Am I supposed to tell my parents but they will look at me this type of way? It gets frustrating. That's when those thoughts come. That's when those thoughts come along. That, since I can't figure it out myself, and I can see the stress I'm causing on my mom, the stress that I'm putting on my dad, because I'm not keeping up at school anymore. They don't know what's happening. My parents don't know what's happening. I'm the only one that knows. I'm confusing them that what happened? Your grades dropped. What happened? So to lift this burden off their shoulders, I should just myself. That's when those thoughts creep in. And those are dangerous thoughts. That's when those thoughts actually creep in. They creep in as a solution. They creep in as a solution that you tried, you failed. So, you can see it in their eyes. They are tired of you. You can see it in their eyes that they are wondering what happened. You can see the pain in their eyes. You are causing them the pain. You are the cause for their pain. So do this and they'll be elevated from you. They'll be free from you. Those are the thoughts. But until you decide, you actually stick it in your mind that it is all you. You actually stick it in your mind that, okay, so this is what I want. I see myself right now, but I want to become better. And I want to forcefully become better. Because at this point, you forcefully have to make yourself better. There's no that thing of, I am 14 years old, and if I want to be 18 years old, I'm going to have to wait until I'm 18. If I'm gonna have to, if I want to stop this addiction, I bet by the time I'm 18 years old, I would have forgotten about it. Then this is the time that you have to be 18 years old. Do you think 4 years from now you will have been done? This addiction would have left your life. You would have forgotten about it. Then start acting like it is 4 years from now. Start acting like it is no longer part of your life. Move like don't pay attention to it, because it doesn't exist. Remember, you said 4 years from now, you think you would have been done with it. You would have forgotten about it. It would never exist in your life. It exists in the past, but we're not talking about that. But it doesn't exist now. Move like it doesn't exist. Hear the edges. See them. Don't sit within them. Don't sit within them. That's actually a crazy thing to do, because 24 hours is a crazy thing to say, because 24 hours is a long time for an urge to not try and creep up within that time, maybe 1 minute. Just to test your patience. Just creeps in. Just to remind you who's boss. So try until you do. Then you do. Within a blink of an eye, you've gotten better at this thing so much that it moves you to the next thing. That's the mathematics topic. You've practiced so much, you've gotten that 60%. The addiction is still there, the urge is still there, but you're not participating in it. You get random urges time and again, but you've engaged in this new habit in your life, which is trying to get 60% in mathematics. Then you got it. You got so much good at it that you'd improved. It gave you 70%, 80%, 90%, 100%, and then you get a scholarship, a mathematics scholarship. Now, when you look back at your life, you look at who you were. A math scholarship is something that is not part of your future. But back then you would swear you know what you want to do. You would swear you know what the future is holding for you. Boom, you got a math scholarship. You got a mathematics scholarship to study wherever you want in the world. Because apparently you're one of the best kids we have around here. I mean, in your state or in your province, there's nobody like you in mathematics. Mind you, you still get those edges every day. But what's major right now? Tell me if the scale hasn't tipped and you don't even know it has tipped on your favor. You don't even try that hard to forget about it. You just do what you kept on doing. The edges come by. You let them flow through, then once they've flown through, you move. You move even harder. You move even better. You move even faster towards the things that seem to be improving your life. Now tell me if that isn't tipping the freaking scale to the point where addiction sit down, have a story to tell you. That's you, the big businessman, the perfect guy, the millionaire with a lot of businesses, with peace of mind. He's so calm, so down to earth. He doesn't seem to have no problems. He's so in peace with himself. When you're around him, his presence makes you at ease. Was he born into money? Was he born rich? Who are his parents? Nobody knows what you went through. Nobody. Again, life is two choices. Now that you are him, it does not mean the addiction will not come back a different face or the same freaking face after a lot of years of hard work, built empires, saved up money for the great grandchildren. Then one fateful day, you're reminded of who you were. Now you have a choice. Again, like every day, do you entertain? Or you did what you always done and flip it off? And mind you, now that you have so much to lose and you decide to go back to who you were, you will go back to who you were. The guy who had built nothing, the guy who had nothing on his name. The fall off. So, yeah. I hope I deal with mine accordingly. I hope I take time with myself and address each and every aspect. I won't address it all, but I hope I address so much of myself that not that much about myself surprises me when I'm older. It is crazy trying to know everything about yourself because you cannot know everything about yourself. Like for me right now, I don't know my reaction to crabs, eating crabs. I've never eaten them crabs. So, you get what I'm trying to say? I cannot know everything about myself. Some things I'm gonna be introduced to them first experience. Like eating a crab. I'm gonna chew on it and then I'll know then not to F with crabs or put it on my favorites list. So, you can't know everything about yourself, man. You can. Young nigga. Why did I say that? No, man, this is the 1 month old podcast, and yeah, today's topic was addiction. I would like to go through a variety of topics while I'm talking and not actually go deep on one topic, but which is still fine. But this is the 1 month old podcast. This is episode 5. I'm Elijah and coming with you with fire. Yeah. I'm Elijah until I'm Elisha. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Till next time, hope I'll find you right here. Subscribe, like, comment. See you on the next episode. Peace out.